the most romantic language in the world. I don't know why the accent is romantic as well, but it is. It's funny how every accent has its own connotation to it. You speak with a French accent, you are sexy. How are you, ladies? And then there's some accents just have no sex appeal to them at all. You know? Like the Russian accent. There's nothing sexy about it. Everything the Russians say sounds dangerous and menacing. Doesn't matter what they say, because they've got that thing. Yes, I'm Russian, go to kill you, break you, destroy your family. Like, even if Russians say nice things, it still sounds dangerous. They still go, yes, fluffy rabbits and teddy bears. What? It's like that weird thing, like the Russian accent is so... And you know, like, the crazy thing about the Russians is everyone in the world is afraid of them. Everyone, no matter where you go in the world. You know the Russians are frightening because they're the only country that makes America think before doing something. Everywhere else in the world, America acts when something happens. When Russia does something, we think about it. Yeah, you saw the whole thing that happened with that plane that was shot down, the Malaysian flight. The Ukrainian rebels shot the plane came down. You know, America came out, Barack Obama, he was there. He's like, we gotta find out who did this. We're gonna come down on them like an iron fist. We're gonna let them know what time it is. I'm paraphrasing. And then everyone found out it was the Russians that supplied the Ukrainian rebels with the missile that shot down the plane. And then all of a sudden Obama was like, but let's not rush to conclusions. Let's take our time and not point fingers. Especially not at the Russians. I'm going home now. Thank you very much. There's something about the Russians. The Russians. You know what's weird is I find the Russian accent frightening, but not the Russian language. It's the strangest thing ever. There's certain languages I find frightening. There's certain accents that throw me off. You know, for instance, I find Arabic frightening as a language. You know, it just has that thing in it. The guy could be saying anything. We're talking about Candy Crush. But it's because we've watched all those movies, all those TV shows. Every time you see Arabic, some bad shit goes down. It's never something cool or sexy, you know? It's never like, it's never that. So the language is frightening, but Russian, for some reason, I don't find frightening at all. Yeah, I don't. I realized this. I was walking through the streets of New York, and there was a Russian guy. He was walking next to me, and he happened to be on the phone, right? And it sounded like he was setting up a drug deal. And so this guy is walking next to me, and he's talking. And he switched from English, the English-Russian accent, into Russian. And it went from fear to no fear. It was the strangest thing ever. He was on the phone, and he was like, yeah, no, Vlad, don't worry. The guys go to bed at 3 o'clock, okay? You meet them, you tell me after that you got the package we call. Don't worry. Hey, Vlad, no, listen. Vlad. Девайш not delegates ночь, yeah? Да, действительно, видать, not the вот jet not the gets net the dodge dinardich, what не garage do, what не get that watch the red. And it was the craziest thing ever. He went from like international criminal to immigrant. It was the weirdest thing. Like, I had no fear at all. I'm not afraid of the Russian language, just the accent. In fact, to me, the Russian language just sounds like someone's playing a vinyl backwards. That's all I hear. It sounds like someone took a DJ of English and they were just there like, yeah. He's just like, yes. We go to find, don't worry, Vlad, the guys go to bed at 3 o'clock, okay? Yeah, bring the package, don't worry about that. After that you find, you give me the call, okay? No, Vlad, нет. Ведь ночь get вот нажет, вот нигет нажет, вот нечко, овет ночь, вот зернич, вот зернич, вот get that, it ночь, бит, not bit, a bit Russian. That's what I'm hearing in my head.